beautiful Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for December 2021. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never take credit card details or even ask you for credit card details, and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for any of those things or anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on to your reading, my beautiful Virgo. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly. Please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, so we are in Sagittarius season, which sees us picking up that energy, that pace, moving forward, and, you know, exploring our options, as well as being quite positive because it's ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck and expansion. So let's see what it means for you on a deeper level. But in particular, we have the new moon is actually accompanied by a solar eclipse. So that amplifies motivation, drive, and energy. So you've been feeling recently a little bit low in motivation. Expect it to be revamped or ramped up a little bit is what I meant to say. Also, we've got that full moon in Gemini, which brings spontaneity and sort of a time of curveballs when it comes to career as we close out chapters. Now, you know, this time period can also bring unfiltered communication. So watch out for that. Be a little bit diplomatic. If there's someone you don't get on with at work, or you know, you have to deal with and you think, oh gosh, this person, just be a little bit mindful because that Gemini full moon energy and Sagittarius season actually can bring some very sharp communication or discourse, and you know, it has the power to rub people up the wrong way, let's put it that way. I mean, it tends to be quite funny energy, especially when you're telling the truth. There's nothing funnier than the truth, you know. I'm a Scorpio, so I really enjoy that sort of level. Not to shock people or upset people, but sometimes the truth is just hilarious, okay? But some people are not very good with the truth, Virgo, especially how you tell it. Now, your first card there is perfection. Now, that is one of the elements that is associated with your sign. We've also got beauty. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. And we've got promoter, okay? So that is what's coming up in your career for December. We have the first card of perfection. And it says, progress, not perfection. That's the book that's there, okay? And we've got that apple there as well for healthy energy. So it is about looking about how far you've come, and not, you know, not everything is perfect. Because if we always look at things from a perfectionist point of view, nothing will ever be perfect, right? We get stuck in that stagnant energy of like, it's not right yet. Well, now's not the right moment. It's not right yet. When will be the right moment? Okay. So, you know, it says here, give up your perfectionism. It's causing delays in your finances. You'll never get ahead if you don't overcome that fear of failure. Okay. You are enough and you have what it takes to improve your finances and your career. Okay. So I constantly get that energy message for you that you are enough, my beautiful Virgo. So that is a very poignant message that you need to hear. You bring a lot to the table when it comes to your skills, and also that level of perfectionism, whilst, you know, it can be a hindrance in some way, I mean, it is an asset as well in other areas. So, you know, I would use it in moderation, of course. I'm a Scorpio energy, so I understand that level of things needing to be right, or that sort of perfectionistic kind of tendency to see all the details, like not just the bird's eye view, but all the intricate details that go along with your career. Because, you know, what's the point in doing something if you're not going to put 100% or 200% or 1,000,000% into it? You're a sign that puts all of your soul into your work and your goals. And I feel like you are very committed, but they're just being sort of asking you to be a little bit cautious when it comes to, you know, a fear of failure. There's no such thing as failure, only learning that it didn't work that way. It's the best way is to tweak it and to do it another way. If you think about the greatest minds of our time, you know, Tesla or, you know, Einstein, or I keep bringing those people out like they're the only people I know, but they're the images people just, I keep getting from scrying. So sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself. I do apologize. Okay, they're just giving me a feminine, they're just giving me a female's face right now in the scrying. Can you please? I can't. Okay, I can't get what they're giving me. I feel like they're giving me Emily Dickinson. That's random. Okay, so either your name is Emily and Dickinson, or Emily Dickinson. That's a poet, right? A writer. So maybe you're a writer, and maybe you've been studying Emily Dickinson recently. But the way that Emily Dickinson did her work, it was out of the norm. It was maverick. It was beyond her time, and it was not readily understood at her time period. So she was way ahead of her time. So they're giving me this energy that you are way ahead of your time, or you do something differently. I know it's so random that they get, I'm trying to decode what they're giving me here. So if you're exploring a new way of doing things and you feel like, you know, you don't fit in or something, you're actually ahead of your time, whatever it is that you do, okay? So there's no need for perfectionism. You're just sort of expressing yourself. They really want you to be aware as well that the greatest minds of our time, they didn't just wake up one morning with the epiphany of how to do something. You know, it took many years of hard work and getting it wrong. Okay, or not getting it wrong, but it not working the way that they were hoping for. So every day they approached it in a new way in order to make it work eventually. You know, Einstein didn't sort of, you know, wake up one morning and know that he was going to create those things. He actually, you know, tried many different ways, and it didn't work. So he would try another way and then another way until he stumbled upon it, but it took a lot of time. So no such thing as failure, only learning how to do it differently until it works for you. So just be mindful of that. That actually helps us get over that fear of failure and just going for it, especially since they really want you to promote your work. They really want you to sort of shout about who you are and peacock your wonderful self, my beautiful Virgos. But that element of perfectionism or fear of failure may in some way be making you doubt your wonderful self or put yourself on pause in some way. We will go deeper and find out, but they just want you to be realize that you're perfect the way you are. What you're doing is great. We've got beauty. Embrace your unique style and own it. Let the world see who you really are. Consider careers doing hair, jewelry, clothing, or any job that enhances others' beauty. Your inner world must match your outer world for the things to change. Okay, so this isn't necessarily about aesthetics and working with beauty, of course, but I feel like you are an attractive proposition when it comes to career. But what I feel here more is about you embracing your unique style. That's why Emily Dickinson has obviously come up, because she embraced a style of writing that was not typical at the time. She decided to do things her own way. And whilst people may not have at the time seen that her potential to, you know, think outside the box, she was, you know, celebrated and is celebrated now for that level of unique style. So they really want you to be aware of what you bring to the table and how it's different from the rest. And that is your selling point, okay, when it comes to your career, whatever it is you do. Your inner world must match your outer world for things to change. Very important message. If your inner world is not expressed, or if you're suppressing it in some way, or you're doing a job, for example, that you're like, you know what, this really isn't me. We've all got to take a job where we have to do something on the side that, you know, to pay the bills. That's fine. But if you're not having some sort of creative outlet, or you're not expressing who you are and you're hiding yourself away, they're indicating that things will not change, okay? If you're happy with the way things are at the moment, then of course, keep it the way they are. But if you're not, then this may be something that you need to tap into, looking at who you are, what you want to do, if you're happy doing what you are doing at the moment. And if not, make some changes inward and they will reflect outward. We've also got promoter. Okay, promoter. This is about shouting about your work. Now, Virgo, you tend to let your work speak for itself, which is a wonderful energy to be in, but sometimes you have to shout about who you are and what you can do. Okay, so maybe putting stuff online, for example, not hiding your skills away, reaching out to people if you want to collaborate. It says here, if there is a new idea or project manifesting, know that it has great potential for success. Brilliant. I love that. It also says careers in the nightlife industry, events, or restaurant industry could be right for you. Use the law of attraction for money. Be the energy that you want to attract. So again, it comes back to this energy of be the energy. What is inwards will reflect outwards. Be the energy that you want to reflect. So, I mean, of course, you could work in, you know, hospitality in some way. You don't have to, but what I feel here is that whatever idea you've got, you are actually manifesting a lot of success around it. So whether you are working within a company and you want to staircase and be in a leadership role, for example, you are exhibiting those attributes that will put you in that position. The same with if you're an entrepreneur, setting up your own business, you're actually attracting the right vibrations, the right people, the right connections, and the right opportunities to help you elevate. So I feel you are definitely elevating here. Just be a little bit mindful of moments of self-doubt. We all have them. So, you know, we're all human, but just remember in those moments that you are enough, that you have this, and you do deserve to be at the top table, is what they're giving me. I love the way they put it. You do deserve to be at the top table. So interesting. Now let us get your faded energy for the month ahead. We've got the Tower energy, number 19. Now that is a Sun card energy, number 19. So there is a very positive outlook here. But this Tower here is kind of an energy of being aloof or feeling distant. It can mean that you feel that there's something here that you've got to do on your own, or you require privacy for something. So maybe you've got an idea that you're keeping to yourself at this moment in time. I feel like it is very, we got number 6 there. Thank you so much, Spirit guys. We've got number 12, the Owl. That's a lot of knowledge there, but also, oh, we got some luck coming as well. Loving this. So there is some exciting opportunities coming, but I feel you may have felt a little bit disconnected from people recently. Even if you're surrounded by people, you may feel right now in your career that you feel apart from the others in a way, because I feel like you're looking to elevate, but you may feel like you have a time frame here to do it. So you may be sort of cutting yourself off from people, or you may feel isolated from people because you need to focus on something. And that may come to connect with your perfectionism idea. They really want you to connect with others and not be in that solitary energy, because the unified energy right at the end is, you know, there is going to be a lucky break or a lucky sort of elevation point in your career. But I feel with this Tower energy that maybe you've got an idea or something that you're keeping to yourself, and they really want you to realize that this new idea or this project, it has great potential for success. Okay, don't deny yourself that by just, you know, hiding your sort of, I'm not saying shout about your ideas so people steal them. Okay, what I'm feeling is more that don't have that idea and then go, you know what, it probably wouldn't work, and then put it to the back burner. Okay, I feel like there's something here that's really prominent. They really want you to be seeing that there will be success with that. I feel like it's, whatever it is, it's been a bit of a struggle, but I feel, I'd like to receive, thank you so much. 7 of Wands in the reverse, yeah, 7 of Wands in the reverse. It's been a bit of a struggle. You may have felt like giving up on something. This is about walking away from something that you feel maybe you have no passion for anymore, or you know, you feel has not been rewarding. You may also feel like, oh, you know what, there's just too much competition. There's a lot of people doing that, so I won't do it, okay? But you're very unique. You come to it with a different spin, okay? So I feel like they're saying don't give up. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, do not give up. It is going to be very successful. It's going to be very rewarding, whatever this is. So whether you are setting up your own business, because that Tower energy can mean, you know, you're doing something alone. You're setting up your own business, being an entrepreneur. I mean, that particular Tower, I mean, it's clock tower. It could be a clock tower to any sort of judicial building or building of law or something like that, because I feel like there's law there. I mean, it kind of looks like that Big Ben Tower in London. So it could be that, you know, and that's where people who are in politics are. So you may have felt in your career recently that there was some sort of office politics, or you set apart, or you've kept yourself out of drama, or you're trying to walk away from something as well. But I feel there's an idea here that's been ruminating with you for a while that's going to bring a lot of success. Okay, that Ace of Pentacles says that there is, you know, either a new job or some sort of financial reward for whatever it is that you do coming on in. This could be a promotion, it could be a raise, it could be stepping into a different department. Something that you thought you were about to give up on yields results, yields rewards, okay? And that Ace of Pentacles is like a gift. You have a gift for what you do, so don't give up on that. I feel you're going to be heavily rewarded for it. Be open to receive. Now, this is either a new project or a new job as well. It could be a new business startup. So please apply it to your situation. But I feel like it's going to be very rewarding. Do not give up. Okay? Now, we're going to go deeper and find out what's coming towards you, because this feels very specific, this reading so far. Number 6 is the sky, the clouds, okay? And this is about something hidden. So maybe there's this idea that you're keeping all to yourself, or you're keeping it hidden. This is the resistance position. So maybe you've learned in the past, you know, that your ideas have either been taken, or I feel this is about creating some sort of balance. And it may make you feel like you're out of your comfort zone. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that and see what's going on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. The King of Swords in the reverse. So this is something that maybe, you know, you were not seeing, because that is a card basically of something hidden. And we've got the King of Swords in the reverse, which is either something you're not talking about or something you cannot see. The King of Swords is a visionary, someone who, you know, can see the process, or someone who, you know, is very good at strategizing and builds a plan. So there may be something here that either comes out of nowhere that you do not see, or that you have not planned for. So I'm just going to pull a card on that, because nobody likes those sort of surprises. I feel like this is something, it could be like an unexpected bill or something, because it's to do with your career. I feel like something unexpected that you need to be aware of. Thank you so much. Not to worry you. I feel like definitely not to worry you, because you've got, you know, the owls, and you've got the 4-leaf clover there. So there's nothing to worry about, but they're just giving like a little cautionary energy here. The Page of Pentacles here. So this could be, for example, if you've already lost your job, you know, you did not see it coming, or you felt authority figures in some way put pressure on you, and you felt like you had to leave. There's an energy here of you either walking away from something that you felt was not fulfilling, and you may have surprised a lot of people by doing it, or you may have been surprised yourself. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. There may be a little bit anger attached to this. Now, if you haven't lost your job already, I don't feel like you're about to lose your job. I feel like this is something that could be a worry, okay? But if you've already lost your job, I feel like there is an idea that's going to be very, very successful, and you're going to be like, why didn't I do this earlier, okay? That Queen of Wands can mean also that you lost your motivation on something. But the Hierophant is like knowledge. The Hierophant is about commitment. So maybe you feel like your vision, or whatever it is you're trying to achieve, has been a long time coming, and you've been struggling with that. And you felt like it's not been rewarding, and you're angry, or you're frustrated there because you feel like nothing's, you know, there's no breakthrough on this. Your plan is not working or something like that. But I feel like it's about to. The Hierophant says this is about your commitment, your dedication. It also indicates your knowledge is the thing that's going to help you move forward. When you get the Hierophant, you may have sought advice, for example, when you get this card. They're saying help is available. So if there's a bill that just comes out of nowhere, or there's been some sort of disruption at your workspace or your career, you may seek some sort of career advice for this, and it will help you move through that period. The Hierophant tends to be about, like, it's like you partnering up with somebody or something in order to be successful. okay, for long-term security. The Hierophant is also about being savvy and clever about your working environment. Even in uncertain times, I feel like you're still managing to thrive and boss up in some way. So you can see there's a big moon there, which represents uncertainty. And her face, she's looking in all directions. So I feel like you've got options. You are going to find a way to move through an uncertain period and be very, very successful. Okay, so your unified energy, this is the outcome energy. We've got the owls. So the owls is about wisdom, of course, but it's also about networking. It's also about community, teamwork in some way. Now this could be about friends, you know, sort of like pooling together. So maybe you're thinking about partnering up with somebody in business, maybe a member of your soul tribe, or it could be that you're going to have some sort of celebration with friends because of some sort of recognition in your work. I feel like this also is something you've waited for because it's hangman energy. So it could be that a friend, for example, reaches out and says, hey, there's this opportunity, or actually gives you some sort of pep talk to make you realize that actually you're above competition and that you deserve, you know, rewards in your career. Because I feel like this person is, I feel like there's support here with this. Now, number 12 is hangman energy. So I feel with that hangman energy that you have waited for a breakthrough in your career in some way. The hangman, when it comes to career, basically means relax. You know, don't fret. There is a new perspective. You will know when it's the right moment to act on something, and you will know when it is the right moment to move if you're deciding to move careers or set up something new. So it's almost like, you know, there's no rush here. Okay. So you may be asking friends for advice on something, or you may be asking somebody for advice. And I feel like they support you. They really have got your back on this. Now we've got also the 4-leaf clover, number 2, and this is about luck. Luck is on your side. This is the equivalent of a wheel of fortune, okay? So I feel like something that you've already invested your time, your energy in is going to pay large dividends. There's going to be a reward or a bonus or some sort of good news attached to your career that's going to surprise you, I feel. It comes out of nowhere, something hidden. It's almost like behind the scenes, there is an opportunity that heads your way. And I feel like this is something really exciting to smile about, okay? So let us go deeper and see what exactly is coming your way, because your fated energy sees you working away in perhaps silence, diligence, you know, working away on your own to figure out some things with regards to your career, but you may partner up with someone or reach out to somebody, and there is a lucky break here for you as well. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles is, you know, it could be a new startup, as I said there. Page of Pentacles is about a job offer or a bonus. It's a stream of money or a stream of income that you worked really hard for, or that you're really curious about sort of exploring, okay? Now we will get to that card in a moment, but the Page of Pentacles is a very positive energy of new beginnings when it comes to your career. So you may be stepping into another role at your work, or taking on more responsibility at your work to bring in more finances. You may be just moving into a different department, for example, or you may be actually deciding to go for a new job in a new direction to bring in more money. That 9 of Pentacles says there is financial reward, there is financial gain here, and that 4 of Pentacles says there is long-term security, so financially with whatever it is that you're doing. So I mean, this is, you know, really positive that there is an opportunity coming on in as well to do something that you love. So we've got Ace of Cups here and a 3 of Pentacles. So it could be people coming together in some way to create something quite exciting that's going to lead to a lot of financial reward and independence when it comes to finances. Page of Pentacles, as I said, is a job offer coming on in. Some sort of news. Pages bring news, but I feel like this is something. So for example, it could be that, you know, you're happy where you're at, but you've been waiting on some news to find out if there's going to be a raise or a promotion or something coming on in. Whatever it is that you've already been tending to, because they're giving this energy of wherever your attention goes, abundance flows. Now that came up recently in the Taurus reading, I think, and it's another earth element, so they're giving a similar energy there. So whatever it is you've been focusing on or investing your time in, and you may have felt, you know, that you've been working alone diligently doing this, this is going to reap rewards. This is going to blossom and thrive. It's going to bring something that you can be proud of, is what they're giving me. Also, we've got that Knight of Swords. So you're taking action on something. Now, there could be something hidden comes out of nowhere. I was feeling this energy that something, it comes out of nowhere. It may be life-changing, but it seems to be, with that Ace of Cups as well, it seems to be something that's quite positive. You know, all of a sudden there is an opportunity to do something that you love or that you've been wanting to do for a while. So even if you've had your eye on being a boss or moving into a position of leadership with more responsibility, or you've decided, you know, you've been wanting to find an opportunity to explore your ideas and create a new setup, I feel like you're going to take action on that. That figure there, she's literally painting out the clouds in order to, you know, remove anything that will get in her way from achieving her goals or, you know, achieving her happiness. So the Knight of Swords tends to be about taking action and being very clever about your career, okay? So I feel like you're instinctively making these moves or understanding what it is you need to do that is necessary to move forward and hit the jackpot when it comes to your goals. The Knight of Swords is someone who sees the goal, takes action, and achieves the goal. So I feel like you are actually doing great. You're actually moving towards whatever it is you set out to do. Also, I feel like your guides are helping you along at this time. They're going to send you a signifier. Now, the signifier in the month of December seems to be a coin for you. They're showing me a coin. So either you find a coin, I mean, you could find a coin on your path, but I feel like you find a coin in a very unusual space. I mean, if you find a coin like down the sofa, you know, that's not an unusual space because it could have just fallen out of your pocket, right? It's an unusual place. Like you may find it on the kitchen worktop behind, they're just showing me like a jar that says flour on it. Okay, that's quite unique to have. I've not seen one of those before. So either you've got labels on your jars, one says flour, there may be a coin there. Okay, they're just giving me, that's very precise. I know it's not going to resonate for everyone, but they are saying that in the month of December, a coin in an unusual place is a signifier for you. Now, they may be giving me that image of flour with a coin, because if you think about flour, what is it? It's like a raising agent. It's like, you know, you make bread with it. You make dough. I mean, I know that's a sort of a slang word for money. So it may be that you're about to, I'm trying to decode how they're giving me the image. So it's almost like you will multiply your money, or you will raise. There is a raise in finances in some way, because, yeah, that's what they're giving me. So I'm going to leave it like that. So if you've rushed to your counter to see if there is a coin where you keep your flour, if there is one there, please drop it in the comments box below. I'd love to hear from you. The Nine of Pentacles says that there is financial gain. There is financial reward. You're going to be independent when it comes to your finances. But in terms of your career, it's about your investments, your energy, your motivation, your drive, and, you know, being rewarded for your hard work. This is going to be a time of plenty. There is opportunity coming on in here for you. The Nine of Pentacles also says, you know, you may decide to set up a career independently from a workspace that maybe you already are at. So it could be a second stream of income that's going to be very, very fruitful for you and gives you a lot of independence and a lot of freedom when it comes to your finances. So I feel like there's a lot of reward here. Now, what's really interesting, they're really highlighting the snail. Okay, so I feel like, you know, there's no rush here, but I feel things have been taking a while to get to where you wanted to go in the first place. Things are actually going to kick off. Something unforeseen news is actually going to come on in and help you go a little bit faster, okay? Nine of Pentacles says, you know, you'll be able to live a life of luxury, or you may be deciding to work from home, for example, because we've got that Four of Pentacles right there. So it may be an independent business that you do from home that's actually going to be very financially lucrative and very rewarding. The Three of Pentacles indicates some sort of networking or people coming together in order to help each other. As you can see, that flower is, you know, quite quite delicate, but it's being made in brick. And you go straight from there to 3 of Pentacles to the 4 of Pentacles. So you're making something, a delicate situation, something more solid or something more rewarding. Okay, so I feel there's long-term security here with this 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles tends to be about, you know, hanging on to the money that you've got and being careful, you know, being cautious about your business moves, but also being very savvy, being very strategic, and maybe even getting advice in terms of your career. So for example, you know, you may reach out or get some information from somebody. Someone may tell you with that 12, those owls, they may give you a piece of information, or they may support you in some way to help you in your career path, whether it's a boss, whether it is a friend. I feel like someone supports you with some good advice in December with regards to your career. But you may be also pooling your resources, doing teamwork, or someone reaches out to you with an opportunity that helps you build something really stable for the future. So this could be you, like your ideas. You could tell your idea to a friend and they're like, damn, Virgo, that's an incredible idea. You should action that. And you're like, okay. And then you take action on it, and then it's very, very rewarding. But the 3 of Pentacles tends to be about teamwork or collaboration. So with that promoter card, you may be reaching out, or someone may be reaching out to you to collaborate. Maybe it's a brand, or maybe you're deciding to, you know, reach out to a wider pool of people with your ideas, maybe going on, you know, setting up a YouTube business, or setting up some sort of business where you reach a wider audience, because I feel like you're expanding in some way. If you're asking if you're on the right path when it comes to your career, I feel like you absolutely are, but you're making some changes that your future self will thank you for, okay? The Ace of Cups indicates that there is an offer coming on in to do what you love. But this Ace of Cups in particular is about, you know, because we've got that 6 there, which is about uncertain energy, things are hidden, and we're going through a very strange time when it comes to the world at large. We're going through a major pandemic, so it can mean that even on during uncertain times, you're still remaining active, you're still taking action to move forward, and if you keep that feeling of all will be well, you know, then you will be right. That energy will from within come out, okay? Hold that feeling of all will be well in your heart and soul, and it shall be so, okay? I do feel like there is an offer coming on in to do something that you love, or there is something that, you know, keeps your attention. It keeps coming back to you. You can see those thousands of butterflies flying out of that cup, but her attention is captured by one thing. So you could do many, many things. Turn your hand to so many things, my beautiful Virgo, and be very successful at it, because you've got ingenuity, determination, you've got skills in many areas. You could be very, very successful in a lot of areas, but there's this one area where you want to thrive and succeed in, and you will, okay? So I feel like wherever your attention goes, your abundance flows, and I feel like there is a time of abundance. This is a card of success. It is a card of a breakthrough. It is a card of, you know, abundance overflowing, but there's a lot of butterflies coming out there, which indicates transition. You're going through a major time of transition, and I feel like you are moving with the times. You're being very clever. So whether it is moving with the times of setting up a secondary stream of income, or I feel like you will be financially taken care of, not just by the universe, but by your own actions. You're making your own luck in some areas, and I feel like just make sure you shout about your skills. Peacock yourself, because you do bring a lot to the table. Now, finally, we've got that 4 of Pentacles, and this is about stability. It is also about creating, you know, a wonderful opportunity where you feel stable, okay? With that 4 of Coins, this is also about, you know, it's almost like you're making money. Make sure you enjoy some of your money. It's wonderful to pool your money. Some of you may be saving your money to buy a home, or make some radical changes within your home space or within your life in general. Maybe a move, because we've got that 9 of Swords there. So you could be deciding to actually, you know, travel for work, or actually move for work in some way. But home life is very important, okay? I feel like there is security here. You can see all those padlocks, but they're sort of indicating, whilst it's wonderful to save all this money and be very clever about your money, make sure you reward yourself, Virgo, with a little bit, okay? Because the 4 of Pentacles can be, you know, an energy of all work and no play makes Virgo a very dull person, right? And I'm not pointing the fingers. I work quite heavily. This is not the only job that I have, and also I got family to take care of and everything like that. Sometimes I sit there and go, whoa, where is the me time? Okay, where do I get to enjoy all of this wonderful stuff? I love what I do. I absolutely love what I do. Otherwise I wouldn't do it, because life is too short. And sometimes we do have to take jobs that we, it's not a goal or a dream, but it helps pay the bills. So, it's just a little cautionary energy here to make sure that you're actually enjoying yourself as well as working really hard within your career. Now, that Four of Pentacles also indicates that there is security here. Some of you could be working from home, okay? So whilst they are indicating some of you may be working from home, they also want you to get out there and not be alone in that energy, okay? When we work from home, it can get a bit stagnant, okay? So whilst it is rewarding in some ways, it can also be at detriment. In other ways, you may feel a little bit isolated, and you may feel like you're always on the clock because you're at home. So you may feel like deadlines are always there and you're not getting any me time. So make sure you shut off at certain times where you're like, no, I'm not going to work past this time because that is my time. So I feel like it's very important that you have a cutoff, okay? Just for your mental health, your mental stability, because that Knight of Swords, it does talk about there's communication coming on in, but swords are about mental health as well. It is about the mind. So I feel like a healthy mind, you need peace of mind as well. So just make sure you have some downtime there, because when we work from home, it's almost like you wake up and you're at work. Okay, and it can feel a little bit suffocating at times. So reach out to others. You're not alone. I feel like there is a group of people who support you in your goals. You're about to elevate. Watch this. This card here is showing me that there are swift changes that are going to help you elevate. Okay, and there's a lot of financial reward there. I mean, in a grounded sense, I feel like there's money coming on in, perhaps a bonus, or your career, if you're an entrepreneur, is going to get a little extra injection of cash that's really exciting and allows you to open up your free time, okay? And I feel like there is like some lucky breaks, or something works out the way that you'd hoped for, because we've got that four-leaf clover. So a lot of positive energy as you move into 2022. Just be mindful that you are enough, and be wary of perfectionism, okay? We've got fire. Look at that, loving that, especially since we're going through a fire element period where that picking up the pace is important, passion, that wonderment, that exploration, that optimism. It says here, life is forged where there has been destruction, combative, feisty, excitable. Okay, so you may be either ending something, or there's a new beginning here, as I said, startups or something like that, or it's almost like you've battled away at something, and there's giving me something here about this is hard won for you. So you have battled away to get to this achievement point. Nothing ever gets achieved without hard work or a breakthrough. So whatever it is you've combated away for, and you've been feisty and pushed through that energy, you're going to be very, very successful. Okay, there's reward on the other side. They're just showing me right now, maybe this is what you do for a living. They're just showing me right now someone who, oh, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Now, it could be that you've got many irons in the fire, is what they're giving me. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Because they're showing me metal work. When they put that metal work into the hot fire, and it's like so orange that, it's glowing, and it's like super million% Fahrenheit in temperature. So it could be, because they're showing me many rods. So it's almost like you've got many irons in the fire, and they're going to be very, very successful. There's lots of streams of income there. Or it can mean that when you're under pressure, you thrive. Because if you think about putting an iron in the fire, it's under pressure, it heats up, it becomes so pressurized that it becomes malleable, so it becomes flexible. So you thrive under pressure and become something quite resilient and very strong. And I feel like this is something that's going to help you be persistent in a goal or a dream, and your endurance is a thing that brings a lot of success and financial reward. So that's what I'm getting there with that. Now finally, I'm just going to give you a trinket before we close. Okay, Okay, we have got, now I close my eyes when I pick the trinkets. Of course, you have to trust me on that. You cannot see my eyes. But when there's just like a little metal bag of stuff, it's all metal. So let's see what we got here. We have got, oh, I'm loving that. They've got the coin. They've given you the coin. So it really is a signifier for the month. A very important signifier, okay? So look out for that coin that just doesn't belong in the place that you find it. It is a signifier from your guides that there is change, reward, and financial gain here for you in terms of your career. There's definitely a lucky break here. Now on the coin it says Queen Elizabeth II. Oh, what, I mean, which would really connect. Either you are from England or London, or I mean, that I felt maybe that connects to Big Ben in some way, but it could be any tower energy. So again, it gives that energy of tower, you know, being under pressure and thriving under pressure. So I feel, now, although I feel like this coin is trying to be the head of a queen, it looks like a fist for me. It's almost like a resilient fist, you know, like fighting for something. You fought for this, and I feel like you're being resilient and you're going to achieve. It's like a yes fist. Okay, they actually want me to put it on the four-leaf clover. So they're indicating there's a lucky penny or cent or coin that you're going to find there, and it signifies change in some way. And we've also got the little bear print, this little paw print here. So you're going to be making your mark, but also I feel like this is endurance. Okay, you're taking the first step towards something, and I feel like you're definitely either being recognized for a job well done, celebrated in some way, or there's an opportunity that helps you make your mark on your particular sector of work, whatever it is that you do. Okay. Okay, they want it on the Four of Pentacles. Now they are indicating that someone also, if you're working from home, you may buy a pet around about this time, or you've just bought a pet. I mean, it could be a dog or a cat or it could be any pet, because they're not showing me a pet right now. They're just saying the word pet, P-E-T. Okay, so you could buy a pet. Now, of course, a pet is not just for, you know, a short length of time, but you may be, if you've been feeling you've been working from home and you've been feeling a little bit solitary, you may be buying a pet or a couple of pets to help with the energy, okay, so that you feel connected. So that's not going to resonate for everyone, but it may resonate for someone out there because they're really highlighting it, underlining it. So if you're feeling isolated as well, perhaps that is a way to relieve that isolation by buying a familiar, you know, I say buying. I hate that word buying because it feels like animals are a commodity, and I know that there is a financial exchange, but it just makes me feel a little bit icky, okay? But anyway, let's move on from that. So that's for somebody out there as well. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Virgo. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, and love and light.